Hello and welcome to today's January 19th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. On this channel, I keep you in the loop on what's really going on in Washington, D.C. with President Biden, the U.S. economy, the Build Back Better stimulus package, money investing, and much, much more. All right, before we jump in, don't forget to take 20 seconds to go get your name and email added to be one of the winners of the $15,000 in cash that Casey and I are giving away thanks to very generous sponsors here on our YouTube channel. It only takes about 20 seconds, and I'll make sure to leave that link below. Also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. It helps me out, and I just love bringing you guys the news. All right, well, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her number two, Steny Hoyer, are fighting like hell for more money. But not for you, for themselves. Nancy Pelosi is worth well over $100 million after being in politics for most of her life. So how does one amass so much wealth as an elected public servant? Well, the answer is insider trading on Wall Street. For most, this would mean jail time, but for members of Congress, it means millions of extra dollars in their pocket. Now, Nancy Pelosi isn't the only one. Both sides of Congress do this. Both parties in Congress do this. But Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer are the ones fighting back most. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri is bringing new legislation to ban members of Congress from using highly classified insider knowledge to help them trade stocks. Most in Congress have outperformed the best traders on Wall Street. So how do they do this, right? It's that insider information, knowing what's Google's next project, what's Microsoft's next project, what's Apple up to, what's the new thing with NVIDIA, right? They have all this insider information. And many avoided market loss like we experienced at the beginning of COVID because they were able to shift their money out before the public even knew what the U.S. government was going to put them through for the next 2 years. So they had all of this insider information. It's not that they're genius traders. It's that they use their connections in Washington, D.C. to make millions of dollars. However, Hawley, a Republican, and Mark Kelly and John Ossoff, Democrats, are proposing Congress be unable to profit off their elected positions, right? You guys, making $174,000 a year is chump change compared to the millions that these people are making in Wall Street trade options. In fact, just this week, Hollywood actress Alyssa Milano said Washington, D.C. is bought and controlled by corporations. She said all members of Congress ought to wear sponsors on their clothing, similar to how NASCAR has to show their sponsors on their car. She said it's time to expose all the hidden allegiances politicians have and follow the money trails. Milano said it's obvious Congress is more interested in helping their corporate buddies more than helping the American people. So what do you think? I know this bill is going to be hard to pass, but should members of Congress suffer the same fate as people who do insider trading in the real world? Should members of Congress have to disclose who their sponsors are and their corporate donors? I mean, by law, I have to tell you every time one of my videos is sponsored here on YouTube. And yet they get to make millions of dollars off of Wall Street and dozens of millions of dollars from private corporate donors. It's a messed up thing that we're living through right now, right? And this has been going on for years. Now, Republicans and Democrats are bought by corporate donors. But according to a Business Insider poll, close to 70% of Americans in this country think that Congress should not be allowed to trade stocks using insider knowledge. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Well, the American people are making known, the American people making known to President Biden that giving illegal immigrants $450,000 of taxpayer money may have been a blessing in disguise for these immigrants. Several of these families hoping for a payout from the U.S. government say their lives have become a nightmare. Threats of death on their family back in their home country, kidnapping for ransom. Their lives have become hell because people back in their country think, wow, these people are about to come into $450,000 thanks to the United States government. So all of a sudden, the United States government put a $450,000 target on the back of these immigrants, and criminals moved in before the money was even there to threaten their lives, threaten their families, kidnap their children, kidnap their parents. I mean, it was awful, awful. So it may have been a blessing in disguise not to give these people the money. Regarding the next stimulus package, yesterday I told you how Biden and the White House didn't want to admit they were considering a smaller Build Back Better bill. They said that was fake news and it was being used against them to make Biden look bad. However, just today, this morning, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi admitted in an interview that Biden has a smaller package and she's working on it in private along with other Democrat members of Congress. It's only the president and ultra-progressive Democrats that are holding on to Biden's original deal at this point. The more moderate lawmakers see more need for negotiation and more need to pass a bill that will help the American people and get votes. One lawmaker who wished to remain anonymous said, "I don't care if you call it the Joe Manchin bill. Let's just get a bill done and passed for the American people." Democrats need a bill for several reasons. First, we are in an election year, and in most cases, the American people see Biden as having very few positive accomplishments in his first year of office. And any accomplishments he did have, those are done and over, right? Like a stimulus check, that money is spent. Money to give children monthly stimulus checks, that program is over. Now, we're hoping that it will come back, but it's over, right? So how do you run on something that's now over? Second, if a bill doesn't pass, the Democrats won't have much to brag about as we go into the 2022 election. And third, Democrats need to pass something for the people because they have the slimmest margins in the House in many years, and 28 Democrat lawmakers have announced early retirement, meaning they're not even going to try to defend their seat. And most analysts are predicting a Republican red wave in the Senate and especially over in the House of Representatives. So now is the time to pass a bill that helps the American people, right? So there's a lot going on in Washington, D.C. right now. And if Republicans win, Biden will essentially become a lame duck president with almost no chance of accomplishing much more. So the pressure is on the Democrats to get some kind of people-focused stimulus bill done right now. And for those reasons, I still think a bill is coming. So Pelosi and Hoyer are saying a smaller bill will pass, but it most likely won't be the bill that Biden wants or that Pelosi already passed in the House of Representatives. Now Democrats are saying we might need to scale the bill back, right? However, no one is talking about scaling back the green energy section of the stimulus bill, nor are any of them talking about scaling back the $625 billion of tax credits to the wealthy. So where are they talking about cutting back? The child tax credit checks, right? Oh, let's get the kids out of poverty. Wait a minute, there's not enough money? Give to the wealthy, give to the green energy bill, take it from the children, right? This is what's really going on in Washington, D.C. And you can look all of this up in the news, right? One Democrat lawmaker who wanted to remain anonymous said, it might be time to cut back the time frame or the amount of money that we're giving to parents. Or we could lower the number of families that qualify for the child tax credit monthly checks. So again, when it comes time to make changes, the most successful part of the Democrat plan is the first thing on the chopping block, help to the kids. Now, I've been saying this for months, but I believe this is actually a green energy bill disguised as helping the American people. And sadly, so far, I've been right. They have no intention of taking money from the wealthy, no intention of giving up any control on the green energy section. And the first thing they want to chop out is financial assistance to lift children out of poverty. However, there are more that want to help the American people than those that want to cut back on these programs. So I don't want to leave you feeling hopeless, right? Again, there's still more that want to help the American people than want to take away from the American people. And so for these reasons, I believe we will see a smaller, more targeted bill that helps the American people, is paid for, and will get a vote. But this is what's going on in Washington, D.C. as of today, and it's all in the news. Now, according to the New York Post, it was discovered that Senator Chuck Schumer's daughter is a paid professional lobbyist for Amazon and Facebook. Now, her dad, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, is in charge of deciding if these companies have broken antitrust law and if they get to stay operational during COVID while small businesses are told to shut down. But I'm sure his daughter, being a professional paid lobbyist that buys off members of Congress, had nothing to do with helping Amazon or Facebook. And there definitely is not a conflict of interest, right? Right. All right. Now, NPR, the news website paid for by the United States government, is getting pushback today. They've been pushing a fake news story that Supreme Court Judge Sotomayor and Gorsuch hate each other and got into a big fight when the Republican Judge Gorsuch refused to wear a mask around Sotomayor. Well, the two justices put out a combined press release that this story is totally fabricated and made up, and that they do not have bad feelings towards each other. So now, defund NPR is trending on Twitter, and Twitter is fighting like hell to get it removed because they don't want people to realize just how much fake news is out there. So this was fake news, and the people get to see in real time with their own eyes the made-up story that NPR was pushing. It was a hit piece to bring bad press on the Supreme Court after Biden's forced vaccine mandates failed in the Supreme Court. It was also an anti-Republican judge hit piece that we now see has totally been debunked by a Democrat judge and a Republican judge. They're both saying this was a fake story. All right, now speaking of news outlets, ratings came in and CNN has lost 90% of their viewers. Wow, that's a huge drop in viewers. They've become untrustworthy thanks to minor sex scandals, lying, and lots of fake stories. To counter their dropping numbers, however, CNN announced they will be creating a misinformation division and become the anti-misinformation news network. So now CNN wants to rebuild their reputation by going after misinformation that's on the internet. But gratefully, they never created any on their own. The president of the Chamber of Commerce is getting a lot of pushback after she said President Biden should flood the United States with illegal immigrants, make them all citizens, and have lots of cheap labor. She said this would give America lots of low-wage workers and would help landlords who could charge higher rent on these new citizens. Honestly, I don't really have a comeback for her comments, so I'll just leave you to leave me some comments down below. Should the president of the United States flood the country with cheap illegal immigrant labor and then thank them by making them citizens? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, speaking of illegal immigrants, the Department of Homeland Security released a report that they have lost contact and track of 50,000 illegal immigrants who were allowed to stay in the United States instead of sending them back to Mexico. They have like one job: protect the border and keep track of people that came into the country illegally, and they've lost 50,000 people. It's crazy, you guys. I feel like I'm sharing fake news with you, but you can verify everything that I'm saying. It's crazy. Boris Johnson, who leads the United Kingdom under the Queen's permission, announced the United Kingdom is dropping all COVID mandates. He said it's time to trust citizens and get back to normal life. So they're dropping all COVID mandates, And a few days ago, they said, we're not doing vaccine passports anymore. Those actually are hurting the country. Well, the CDC is in a bit of hot water. The head of the CDC refuses to share how many people died of COVID versus how many died with COVID. Right now, we're being told that over 800,000 Americans died of COVID, but new data released by the CDC suggests that close to 75% of that number had 4 major health issues already. So why won't the CDC share how many people died from COVID versus how many died having COVID? There is a huge difference, and the CDC is refusing to answer that question. Lastly, a new study shows that humans find each other more attractive in masks versus seeing the human face. So I'm curious to know, do you find humans more attractive and sexy while they're wearing a mask or when you can see their full face? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, I have a sneaky feeling that this new study was conducted by people that benefit from keeping you in a mask. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I can personally tell you that I find humans and my wife far more attractive when I can see their full face than when it's covered by a mask. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, now this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more with you. Lots going on, right? Biden's package is probably smaller than what Congress wants to admit and what the White House wants to admit, and the details should be coming out very soon. We're also waiting on Ron Wyden. I'm also reading that the bipartisan group, they might be releasing a new bill. So do not give up hope. I do believe that there is more help coming, more changes coming, but the White House does not want to admit it to us. But Congress is letting us know, hey, here's what's really going on behind the scenes. All right, now before you go, make sure to take 20 seconds to get your name entered to be one of the winners of the $15,000 that Casey and I are giving away, thanks to video sponsors here on the channel. 20 of you are going to win $250 in cash. You can spend it however you want. And one of you is going to get $10,000 of life-changing money. $5,000 to keep and $5,000 to give to whoever you want. Spouse, best friend, adult child. I don't care who you give it to. We're just excited to give that money away. Now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.